Hi guys, Sam back here with a video I didn't really ever want to have to do, but a video that I suppose was inevitable this summer. Um, David de Gea. Now, reports this afternoon from Ian Ladyman from the Daily Mail and Neil Custis from the Sun both say Real Madrid are convinced that de Gea is signing for them. We all knew it was going to happen. We all knew it was coming. We just didn't want it to come. I just wanted to do a sort of video just to sort of have a discussion with you guys about De Gea, whether you think he owes the club anything, and his future really. Now, nobody wants De Gea to leave this summer, and the only reason he's doing it, which is a fair enough reason, his family's in Madrid, his girlfriend's in Madrid, he was born in Madrid. He's Madrid through and through. Now, the reason he hasn't already joined them is because he's stuck in an emotional crossroads. He loves the club, he loves United, but he wants to go home to Madrid, and you can understand why. You can see the reasons why. Now, the reason he hasn't signed already is because he hasn't made that decision up yet. But I don't know, man. I'm frustrated that it's a frustrating topic, isn't it, guys? It's everyone wants him to stay in. I think the reason that everyone's pissed off is that he's going to be joining Madrid, right, under Rafa Benitez, underneath a set of fans that will boo him as soon as he makes even a hint of a mistake, leaving a club where he's adored. I mean, he had a rough start at United, really rough. The press really didn't give him much help at all, gave him a lot of stick. Fans always stuck by him. Just like last season under David Moyes, it was a shit season, but fans never vocally came out against him, not in Old Trafford. Old Trafford was always in support of United. They weren't in support of Moyes, they were in support of United. And it's a family club. And when you look at Madrid sacking Ancelotti 12 months after he got them their 10th Champions League win, when they had been waiting 12 years for it, they just don't care, do they? They'll get rid of anybody, any hint of a dissent, any hint of a reason to sack someone or get rid of someone, they'll get rid of him. I mean, Casillas has been booed this year. Is it 2 years in a row? They'll boo Ronaldo if he misses a penalty, and he's scored more than 50 goals in the last 5 consecutive seasons, which is unreal. And Dave's going to be walking into this environment, not because he wants to join Madrid, but because he wants to live in Madrid. And the only way you can do that is by playing for Madrid. If you move Manchester United and drop it in the middle of Madrid, happy days, but you can't. And it's that emotional crossroads of wanting to be at United as a player, but as a man and a human, from a family and relationship perspective, he wants to be in Madrid. And Madrid, you know, arguably are the biggest club in the world. But it's such a different and toxic environment from United that United fans just can't get their head around it. As I said, it was basically inevitable that De Gea was going to join. I mean, it's not confirmed on paper yet, but if De Gea really wanted to sign, he would have done it ages ago, surely. He had so much opportunity to. But it's just going to tickle along. He's not going to deny any reports. He's not going to confirm any reports. And I don't know, man. It's not a nice thought to think we're going to be losing another top quality players around Madrid, but we can't stop him going. I mean, if you're offering him 200 grand a week, which is far in excess of what he's going to earn in Madrid, you know it's not about money. For De Gea, it's much more than that. And I think that's another reason why fans love him so much, is because you know that De Gea is not about the money. He loves the fans. He loves the adoration. He's more than just a player who's out there to earn a quick buck. And fans have really latched onto that. He's endeared himself to the fans because of that approach. But I mean, if we're offering him 200k a week, there's not much else that we can do to convince him to stay. It's his decision, and it is an inevitability that he will join them. Fans were hoping it wasn't going to happen this summer, but everything really suggests it's going to happen. And then, I mean, who do you get to replace him? You've got Victor Valdez, you've got Petr Cech, who's been linked, Hugo Lloris, a host of keepers, but none are going to be David de Gea. Anybody we get in is going to be a step down, and he's only 24. I mean, it's when Ronaldo left, he left after being held at the club for a year after being called a slave. I mean, he was basically playing with shackles on. De Gea isn't. De Gea hasn't. And he won't leave the club with that sort of bitter taste in his mouth. As much as fans wanted to stay, he doesn't owe the club anything. He's already been here for 4 years. It's just that fans want more, because he's been the rock through 2 tumultuous years. We've had De Gea in goal. Imagine how bad these 2 years would have been if De Gea hadn't been in goal, if we had someone like Taibbi or Roy Carroll. I mean, after Schmeichel left, we really struggled to replace him. After Van der Sar left, we had De Gea, who came straight in, and it was wonderful. Are we going to be able to do the same again in replacing De Gea? It will be hard to. It really will be. I mean, he hasn't got the same presence as Van der Sar, but man, his quality is unreal, and he's getting better with every year. It's a sad state of affairs that United can't do anything to convince one of the world's best players to stay at the club. But it's indicative of, it's a risk you take when you sign a player from Madrid that he's always going to want to go back home, isn't it? And I don't think there's anything else that we can do as fans. I think we've given our all to De Gea. I don't think there's anything the club can do. They've shown how important he is. They've offered him the money. Van Gaal would have told him just how important he is in the future plans for the club, but still, he hasn't signed a new contract. You know, the transfer window isn't open yet, so nothing is set in stone. But as far as we're all concerned, it's waiting for the announcement rather than if. I mean, leave your comments below. I'd like to get into a discussion about this with you guys. I want to know whether you think it's an inevitability that De Gea is already gone, or whether there is a chance that he can stay at the club. But as you can tell from my tone of voice, it's frustrating. It really is, because De Gea, man, he's such a good goalkeeper, and we're losing him just at the start of his peak. He's only 24. Last 2 years have been cracking, but now he's got the confidence. He's dominating his box, and now we're going to buy the defence to go in front of him. With De Gea in goal, you think we could challenge for a lot for everything. But with him out of goal, you lose that foundation at the back, that reliability, that what if they do get through and have a shot. It's like, no, don't worry, we've got De Gea in goal. He'll save it. We're losing that. And that's a massive asset to lose. No matter who comes in is going to have to prove themselves. Fans won't have trust in them straight away. So we'll see how this story develops. But personally, as far as I'm concerned, De Gea is already wearing a Madrid shirt. It just hasn't been unveiled yet. So as I said, let us know your views on it, please. I want to get into a conversation with you guys. I want to know whether you think De Gea is going or not. And we'll be back with another update whenever we feel necessary. But hopefully it's for De Gea signing a new contract. Oh, yep.